Hola, how are you guys? Well, I was having a conversation with my nephew, Ryan, and he was telling me, hey, do you remember like when you comment on my YouTube channel? And I was like, which one? And he went and say, well, that time, the video that I posted about Mr. Top 5. And I was like, oh, I do remember. And the thing that I said to him is make more videos. Because he was like just hooked onto like watching the count of his videos go up. I have another one. And I was like, all right, cool, that's cool. And I have another one, another one. And then every 5 minutes, I have another one. And so I was like, you're gonna have like at least 2,000K in that video. And I told him, I just let it sit for a little bit, let it rest, go do something else, and then you come back and keep watching what you're doing, So that happened until the point that I told him, hey, so I comment, hey, let's go make more videos. So today he went on me and said, I saw your YouTube channel, and I haven't posted something in a while. And start to get like a little more into the essence of the message of why I created this channel. The name of the channel is Angel Blueprint, and that's the actual intention for it. Like, if you are watching this channel, you have the option of knowing that you only have 2 possible destinies. The first one is to become the perfect human being, like what Buddha was, like what not the Greek gods, the so-called gods were, because they still had a lot of rage. There's no rage in love. Rage is the effect or the product of suppressing emotions, suppressing grief. So just to see how, well, just to see your 2 possible destinies. Okay, so you become the perfect human being, or you become the divine angel, and that's the intention for this. Sorry for all the shaking. That's the intention for this channel, to hand tools to all of them who want to become someday an angel, which is absolutely possible, and it's what the Christ state is, like that so-called Jesus Christ. Christ is not Jesus. Christ is a state. And to become the divine angel, we have to know that God is our Father. We also have to know who we are. We are a soul, and a soul is one being in 2 bodies, one masculine body and one feminine body. And the soul is not these bodies, it's not this that is here. The soul is your passions, your longings, your emotions, your dreams, your happiness, your personality, your longings, your that what you cannot explain about yourself. That's also part of your of your unique set of characteristics, because there's no other soul like yours. That's what God has created, no? And the soul is the child of God, not the single entity, not the single body, not the single material body or the single spirit body. What you are is one being in two bodies. That's who you really are, who it's in charge of everything that happens to this body. That's who you really are. And you express yourself through the bodies like they were pencils or brushes. So when you're painting, that's what this body is for. And this body is a reflection of what you currently believe. If you believe that people, let's say, are gonna love you because you're not fat, that's a belief that I have. I'm dealing with it too. So you become skinny, right? You do the opposite because you want to be loved, and this out of harmony emotion comes from when I was a kid, and from my mom, like, and just wanting to be slim, to be accepted, from my aunts, from my grandma, because everything that happens to you and it causes suffering, it comes from emotions out of harmony with love. And everything that causes you happiness and joy and perfectness and it reproduces itself around, like the thing just keeps getting better and better, those are emotions like in harmony with love. So what we are doing with this channel, the intention for this channel is to hand tools for us to be aware of what serves us as a creation of God to be happy, how to apply those tools, how to grow the relationship with God, and remembering mostly that we also can experience happiness. That will be like the first thing that I will tell you. Remember that you can also experience happiness and permanent happiness. It's a process. Yes, it took Jesus 13 years in the first century to become Christ. But it's actually what you were designed for. When God created our souls, like a caterpillar turns into a butterfly, going through a process, in the same way God designed the human soul. And this is also something important for you. Everything that happens around you is a reflection of your soul. Absolutely everything. Animals, plants, events, colors. That's law of attraction. Well, we're gonna go more in deep on those things. But if something comes to you, this little amount of water here with some Himalayan salt, this is a gift. This this source of life is something that God allowed us for this to be here and to nurture this robot in this case, right? Because you're managing this robot. But it's also a part of your soul. And the more love there's in your soul, the more you're gonna be reflecting that outside. The more happy you will be. The more happy the people around you will be. You start building up your relationship with God. Thank you. And you will see how not just your life, but the life that everybody around you starts changing. And the people that don't want to change, are gonna be faced with their own addictions, their own projections, their own fears. And sometimes you're gonna be the trigger for that without doing anything. That's what happened to Jesus in the first century. He came with a love message, and the love message was, you are a soul. And everything that causes you suffering, sickness, or accidents is your own creation. And it comes from the unloving teachings of who raised you. Not just parents, everybody around them, and their beliefs. Why? Because they were not in a relationship with God, so they didn't know what love is. They didn't know what truly love is. The only person that can teach you what love is God. And once you reach the state of one with God, which is the state of the Christ, you're gonna be having the same perspective that God has about everything, and you're gonna gain that little by little. It's not just one day happen. Oh, okay, I can see like God sees. Oh, wow. You know? No, it takes a foundations. It's like a little baby, like a little seed. Eventually, everybody that would like to engage that process will be shown, you know, by their own experience, by their own experiments, and by their own development of their own passions, how being in a relationship with God helps you. And you're gonna be able to measure that. And it's for each one of us to enjoy, you know. But not just that, because when your relationship with God grows, the people that are around you also grow. And the people that you start meeting, you know, either they will like to hear what you're saying, and because they're humble and they want to grow up in truth, or they're gonna get angry at you because you're showing them where they are being unloving. And when people don't want to see when they are being unloving, because they don't want to feel sad or bad about themselves, they start projecting. They start saying, no, stop it, blah, 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 blah. And there's not a development of love. There's not a communication of love. You know, there's just a wall. And every time that you engage with someone, you are not a body, you are a soul. And the soul engages with other souls to grow up in love. Thank you. Another important thing, if it's this we're talking about this right now, the way that the soul transforms, like a caterpillar transforms to a butterfly, is through the development of your own desire. And this desire has to be engaged, like from deep in the soul, from like deep in the heart. It has to be the desire to feel God's love for you. Wait, we didn't know this. I'm sorry for a second. We didn't know this, like, for maybe like the last 2,000 years. That we can ask God to receive its love. Like, you usually don't go and say, hey, give me a hug, I want to feel your love, to God. Right? We don't do that. But we don't do that because we don't know God. Because if we will know God, we will be all day, please make me, please. Please make me feel your love. Please make me feel that you're close. In that way, I can apply the love that you're teaching me into this planet, and not into this planet, into the universe. Because the only person, again, that can teach what real love is and can make you happy like fully happy, like forever happy, is God. Look, how much can make you happy that God created a perfect person just for you, and it's the reflection of who you are. I'm telling you, you are one being in two bodies, so you have a perfect match, a perfect playmate, a perfect soulmate, that is always feeling you, always, 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 always. That's why like babies are so happy. They're like, hey. That's why babies, when they come, they just dance because they can feel God. They can feel their soulmate, and they know that they're not in a rush. They're not, I'm gonna meet him. I'm gonna meet her. So eventually down the road, but then we come here and we teach them the stuff that is not really love. So we start derailing them for meeting their own creator who created them, and for meeting their perfect match. So that's not fair. Like that's the important thing about our relationship with God, that we learn what love is and we apply to that, to what whoever comes next to us, right? Because honestly, do we want like other people to repeat our mistakes, or we want other people to repeat what serve us? Right? It's honestly, right? Like you want like people to repeat what works, not what brings you suffering, right? All right, that's it for this episode of Angel Blueprint. Please, what prayer really is a longing for a soul to feel the God, to feel God's love. That's what prayer is. A good prayer, a good practice will be saying thank you. Just say thank you, thank you, thank you until you feel something here, and you start feeling a connection with God. And then after that, you can ask, hey, that's you, that's you, that's you. Can you, if it's you, if you are there and you can feel me, can you make me feel your love? And every time that you are humble, you will feel it. Every time that you ask for it humbly, you will feel it. So do it if you want to.